Rajesh Bhatia, Managing Director at Treehouse Education, is with us. And Mr. Bhatia, thank you for your time. Good to have you. Could you first of all explain the deal, what's happening here between Z and Treehouse, and the rationale, the motivation behind doing this deal?
Good morning and thank you for having me on NDTV again. I would say that as we've announced last evening, what you will see is a combined entity with 2,000 plus preschools and 100 plus K-12 schools under school management. This combined entity would have close to 150,000 children coming lives coming every morning for schooling. And I firmly believe that a large-scale, big education company from India, which will have a scale which is global in nature, coming up over the next 3 to 4 years. Our belief is that the biggest kindergarten company in the world has about 300,000 lives coming every morning, and over the next 4 years, with the kind of English-speaking population that India has, with the kind of interest in having high-quality early childhood education, having high-quality K-12 education, there are bright chances that in the next 4 to 5 years, the biggest global kindergarten and K-12 schooling company can emerge from India in the form of this entity.
Mr. Bhatia, the swap ratio, when one looks at it, one would have thought that given where the position Treehouse has, the size, etc., the scale, etc., the ratio would be slightly more favorable towards Treehouse. It is not. Can you talk about that?
So the swap ratio has already been announced. For every 10 shares of Treehouse, the shareholders will get 53 shares of Z-Learn. I would say that the boards of both the companies have taken cognizance of the same, and the same has been announced based on the valuation report that has come in, and the same has been put forward to the stock exchanges last evening.
What will be the actual synergy? Can you quantify it once this transaction goes through? I mean, I know it's one of the largest preschools, etc. You gave us the numbers, but for shareholders, what will it bring? Can you give us share some numbers?
So you see, the benefit of the size is purely the following. First, what you will see is that there will be economies of scale. Treehouse has a strong execution capacity for self-operated preschools. The Z-Learn has marquee brands at the premium end, Mount Litra schools. They have the Z schools, and obviously the Kids Z brand with 1,500 plus preschools spread across the country. The execution capacity of Treehouse, the delivery of content and high quality in the classrooms, when it goes down towards the franchisee operation also, the synergetic operation will bring a huge focus on high quality premium education to children. And I would say that this is something which will benefit children at large, because that is the sole objective, that is the sole purpose, to benefit children every morning. It will benefit parents and communities across the country. It will benefit the end mile consumer to be able to get access to high quality schooling in their neighborhood. I would say that all of this put together is going to bring across a revolution in early childhood education in the country, a revolution which will bring young India to put their children into schooling, the right kind of schooling, and obviously from there to take them forward into the elementary schooling, as I would call it. And I think that is something which is going to make a lot of difference to the community per se.
What will be the merged operating margins, return ratios, etc. look like? Because Treehouse looks better on those parameters when one compares it to Zealand.
See, please understand that the merged entity has each part of the merged entity has its strengths. We have to capture the strengths of both the arms and take it forward in a manner which will benefit shareholders and stakeholders at large. And that is the key job that I would be doing as the managing director of this company.
How would having a big brand like Z, a conglomerate like Z, help the activities of the merged entity? Any expectations from there? I understand, of course, you'll be running the operations, but you've got this big conglomerate behind you now.
Obviously, yes. You see, at the Z Group, we have a visionary in Subhashji who has always believed and focused on betterment, ensuring that on one end there is high quality education, the country at large benefits, people in India benefit from this merged entity, because finally we are talking of education, right from the top end to the last mile, where you will see, like I said, 2,000 plus preschools, 100 plus high schools. And lastly, I would say that there is a CSR program at Treehouse, which in the form of Global Champs, that does help children in the urban slums. They have a program where they have more than 50,000 plus single room schools in villages, which helps children over there. I think the entire thing is about creating a large size education company that helps the country, that helps India. And Subhashji has been a visionary leader by creating such a large force in the Z Group. Treehouse, under our leadership, has strong execution capacity. The combination of both of these entities is going to create an entity where you will see education in a form that will benefit India for years and years together, and children at large, parents at large, communities at large, and it will be spread across the length and breadth of the country. Early childhood education in India will be spread across the length and breadth of the country. I think that is something which both of us understand, and that is something which has actually helped us to come together to create something in terms of nation building, I would say.